The Impact segment tonight, as we reported last night, 3 Oklahoma teenagers charged with murdering a 22-year-old Australian man. Chris Lane was playing baseball for East Central University when he was shot dead while jogging for absolutely no reason. Teenagers have all been in trouble before and were well known in the community.
These kids can be good kids. They are good kids. They just don't have any male figures in their lives. No men. You can't give kids that kind of liberty to go do what they want to, with no restraints whatsoever. Do what you want, when you want, and how you want.
In addition, one of the teenagers, 15-year-old James Edwards, tweeted, quote, 90% of white people are nasty, hashtag hate them, unquote. It was not analyzed. Fox News anchor Geraldo Rivera. It's another example of what I've been saying, and I've discussed it with you on the radio and on television here on The Factor, that the collapse of the family is leading to horror all over this country. Each one of these kids have dysfunctional families. It's a chaotic situation, and they act out by killing this poor 22-year-old guy.
I agree. The family is at the heart of it, the dysfunctional family or the non-existent or absentee parent. There's no doubt about that. The hashtag, the tweet that you aired there, and the racial background, the racist background of the 15-year-old James Edwards, I think really let's examine it for a second. This is the one, the wannabe Crip. This is the 15-year-old already in plenty of trouble. This is the kid running wild. He's a wolf along with these others running through their housing, their public housing. You know, we have to examine it, but was his motivation in shooting this guy in the back a racial motivation? You know, it's hard to establish that.
I don't even think it's important. I mean, this kid's
particularly with the white driver.
I don't think this is a racial crime. I think this is a crime of 3 teenagers simply out of control. This kid Edwards, his mother's in jail. All right. We saw his father yesterday saying, well, the kid doesn't know he did wrong. You don't know he did wrong? I mean, look, this comes down to, and it spans all colors, white, black, whatever. It comes down to this society will not condemn what is going on here. And that is a de-emphasis on the traditional family. And they're making excuse after excuse after excuse and failing to grapple with the problem.
That is the deep-seated problem
what
here.
It's all about.
But to me, let's back up and talk about the banality of the motive here. Why did they do this? Why did these children, 15, 16-year-old, why did they commit this horrifying crime? Why would they shoot
no
a total stranger in the back?
They had no impulse control.
Because they have, aside from, there's values. There's a lack of values.
Sure, they don't care.
They don't cherish human life. They don't have the same, you know, feeling about nurturing and becoming somebody.
This is a subculture that we're creating in this country, and we won't admit it. Throw this kid, Michael Jones, 17 years old. Throw him up there. Now, this is the white kid, okay? Throw him up there. He, in his court appearance, brings along his 15-year-old pregnant girlfriend, okay? This is the subculture we are creating, and it cuts across race. It cuts across, this is white. Okay? They don't care what they do. They don't care. And they feel there are no consequences to what they do. And so therefore, one kid saying they were smoking marijuana before they killed this Australian. I believe that's probably true. They're probably high as kites.
Recreate the probable conversation among the 3 to really understand what I'm saying about how banal this is. Hey, what are you going to do today? Oh, let's go shoot an animal. Okay, they shoot a dog. Now what are we going to do? Okay, why don't we shoot a person? Okay, who are we going to shoot? Well, let's pick the 3rd person that jogs by. Let's pick the tall white guy.
This is a hypothetical conversation.
This is the hypothetical conversation. Okay. But I want people to understand what else could it have been.
But they did kill the animal.
That defines, right. They did kill the animal. So that defines what we're talking about here. But these aren't people talking about what I'm going to do tomorrow or what I'm going to be when I grow up. These are people thinking about thrill-seeking now.
See, let's cut through it now. You and I are different in a lot of ways, but we do have forums. And we have to tell America what's happening. We have a subculture in this country, and all colors are involved. Children, all right, from terrible families, derelict parents, who don't care anymore. They're not going to be able to work. They're not going to be able to be in the American marketplace. They don't care. They're covered with tattoos. They're taking drugs. They're playing video games all day long. And no one in the media is calling it what it is. Last word.
The time you get people to pay attention is when you point out black kids, white victim. Let's move away from that and recognize that this dysfunction, this shattered family, crosses all racial boundaries.
And this is creating,
if we get that together,
this violent, barbaric subculture that we absolutely have now in this country, because none of the people in power,
don't disagree.
They're too cowardly, the politicians, to deal with. And that includes President Obama. All right, we got to go. And we would like